From Konami, the makers of the Metal Gear Solid series as well as the Castlevania series and Kojima Productions. Metal Gear Solid, what do you expect? Platinum Games proudly presents an action game. Oh, Havoc Physics Engine, Sonic 06. Moving on.
It's
Crywire.
been like, wait, this came out what,
2013.
2013? Okay.
Yeah, it's still a relatively fresh
So,
game.
it's had 7 years to move on from Sonic 06, the engine.
You would think. Anyway, hello everyone, I'm Joshua.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Andrew.
And welcome to our playthrough of Metal Gear Rising. So I handled this one, and well, we'll get to the details, the nitty-gritty of this playthrough in due time. But yeah, Metal Gear Rising is still a relatively new game. I didn't pick it up at release because I was just seeing what was going to go on with this game. So kind of just looking from afar.
Andrew, I think you were the only one who got it right away, right?
Yeah, I did.
And then I borrowed it.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I played it. And then I bought this. It was on sale for like $20. I'm like, alright.
I'll be using the mariachi uniform for this playthrough, by the way.
Of course you are.
Racist.
What?
Oh.
It says it was a misguided attempt to blend in with the locals, Andrew, so they're fully aware of what they're doing. But also, I'm going to be showcasing some of the unique weapons and the side weapons. Also, I'm tackling this playthrough as a fully upgraded Raiden, so I'm not doing a new game, as you will see right there. So I read that, yeah, no. So then I make the decision, and then I just start from chapter 0. Yeah. So difficulty normal, and here we go. All right, so Jacob, Andrew, what are your experiences with Rising?
I thought it was a fun new idea because like they've all been super stealth oriented. I mean, at least in this one you can just go guns ablazing, even though you don't use a gun.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, and you're not like screwed like in regular MGS, unless you have a bandana, which you might see when I do twin stakes. But whatever.
All right, we'll get to that eventually. Andrew, since you were the first person of us to pick this game up, I mean, what were your impressions of it at first?
And one very able advisor. Thank you, sir.
It kind of fit. Like,
Your
you're used to
team
an
deserves
old
credit as
Metal
well.
Gear Solid game where you sneak around and then you add this.
Just doing our
Where
job.
you're
Mr.
riding
Prime
and
Minister.
you go hack and slash your way
I
through
must
the
admit,
game.
I once thought of groups
I
like
will
yours
admit
as
that
opportunists,
This game
enablers of
was
war.
definitely shorter than
But
I thought
you've
it would
trained
be.
our new army well.
But
Order has returned sooner
it
than
has some
expected.
great music, everything.
Perhaps I was wrong about
good
these
about it. Some
private
features
military
and
companies.
I know what Josh has one song that's his favorite from this game.
The final boss music?
Rules of Nature.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if I can say anything about this game, I felt like I was losing my mind towards the end because it just got so over the top. So for a Metal Gear Solid game, usually Metal Gear Solid games try to take themselves seriously. This one throws that out the window. But anyway, the soundtrack definitely grew on me, sometimes for the wrong reasons, but I'll get into that when we get to those bosses.
Others can be preserved.
No, don't even. Just stop.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Just let it pass over.
Okay.
You'll probably hear it on playback anyway.
Yeah, I probably will.
Surprises, Mr. Lightning Bolt.
But yeah, otherwise, I guess my approach to this game initially was, this isn't a Metal Gear Solid game. Because I knew right off the bat what I was getting myself into. Because being a hack and slash game and Metal Gear Solid usually being based around stealth, yeah, things are going to be different.
This just reminded me of like playing Asura's Wrath, or
Isn't Asura's Wrath another hack and slash S game?
it's essentially the Indian God of War games.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely like the counter system they had in this too, like
Oh, yeah,
parrying and
totally.
stuff.
Yep.
And then Zendatsu, fun stuff.
Yep. Alright. Alright. Alright, so just basic character introductions. The main character is Raiden, our pretty boy in white, as you saw earlier. This is going to be one of our main protagonists, Jetstream Sam. Of course, the game won't tell us that until later. But yeah, this game is also very, very gory.
But it's tied in with
Well, you have to...
guns.
you have to remember, Andrew, initially they were actually going to use real humans as the enemies for this game. But considering that in certain nations that probably would have made this game unsellable because of that, then they had to essentially downgrade to
Cyborgs.
cyborgs. Yeah. So then they just have bloody looking. Their oil looks like blood. Okay, that face. I'm sorry. But seriously, that's what I think of whenever a character in this game makes that face. Sam is not the only one who will make that face.
So did you insert that for every time that face is shown?
Pretty much.
Exit comes up unaffiliated.
But it's completely in character for the scenario though. I mean, I killed your man. You mad?
You mad, bro?
So yeah, we'll be seeing that. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the setting of this game is year 2018. It is tied to the Metal Gear Solid series somewhat loosely. It takes place after Metal Gear Solid 4, which is 2014, and Raiden goes through quite a bit in that game.
Stay calm.
And otherwise, yeah, it was definitely a nice breath of fresh air, and for me, it's a nice stress-relieving game. But also, this game can definitely kick your ass if you go in carelessly. I mean, you will die on your first playthrough in this game. It's not exactly an easy game. To me, it was definitely kind of hard during my first playthrough. Thankfully, you can upgrade Raiden, and that makes the game a lot easier, which is why I chose to go in as a fully upgraded Raiden. Ta-da!
Not yet. As soon
Yeah.
as the cutscene, so...
Actually, the mariachi uniform won't kick in until chapter 1.
Oh,
And
okay,
this is
yeah, 'cause
chapter
this is
0.
like the prologue.
Yeah, so this sets up the... Damn, that's a sharp blade. But yeah, this sets up the main story for the game.
They had to change it to cyborgs because they encourage you to slice everything to bits.
Pretty much.
I like how it has like a bit counter, like, how many bits are there in the air right now?
Yep. So if you really want to go...
High score!
Okay, Rising does have a tutorial mode also, but as you can see, regardless of what you do, if you just start the game like this, there are controls right there. So yeah, you have two basic attacks. I'm playing on the PS3, so triangle is the strong attack, square is the light attack, and depending on what order you press the buttons, you get slightly different combos.
The limo is in trouble. Get back there, ASAP. I'll add the limo to your solid down radar.
And this game also has a mechanic called the Ninja Run, which lets you automatically deflect bullets if you're being fired at, and it also lets you scale across obstacles automatically. And that's an example of a strong attack. So with me, I try to get as high rankings as I can in this playthrough, but recording curse. So in some instances I was successful, in others I wasn't. Alright, and what you see right there is this game's counter mechanic and blade mode. So with blade mode you slow down time, then you can just aim Raiden's blade however way you want, using either the right control stick or square and triangle.
Do you use the thumbstick or use square and
I
triangle?
mainly use square and triangle unless I need to slice a specific direction. Because for me, I just never got used to using the right thumbstick in blade mode. It seemed a little clunky, and just using the face buttons felt a lot better and more natural. Oh look, it's Metal Gear Ray. And the first vocal track of this game's amazing soundtrack, Rules of Nature. Damn.
Oh, you should have put like the shoop-de-whoop guy on it.
Alright, so how many millions of dollars of damage has this attack already cost? Oh. Ooh. Yeah, considering the levels of violence that this game has, I'm not surprised that they went the direction of cyborgs.
Oh, arm off.
No, not like Revolver Ocelot.
Scissors.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if they went any more violent, it would have gone AO.
There hasn't been like I don't feel like in like the past 10 years there's been like a ton of AO games.
Yeah,
everything just gets M now.
Yeah,
They slap the M rating on there.
Yeah, it's kind of like the NC-17 rating with movies. I mean,
They just kind of like got rid of. They haven't gotten like rid of it, but they never use it.
yeah. All right, so this guy's name is Sundowner. For those of you who are following voice actors, Sundowner is actually voiced by Crispin Freeman, which was a surprise to me when I first found that out.
So you're Jack.
What do you want with the Prime Minister?
I want him dead. Nothing personal, of course. Africa's just getting a bit too peaceful.
What?
Business ain't been the same since they shut down SOP. A clean break from the war economy. Huh. Well, some of us like that economy. How's an honest warmonger supposed to make a living?
This is your answer? Don't do it!
Don't worry now. I won't. Not while he's still useful. So long.
Alright, Boss 1 versus Metal Gear Ray. I feel like it was definitely a good way for to introduce players to the mechanics of this game and how boss battles can be expected to run. But at the same time, I mean, usually Metal Gears are reserved for end of the game bosses, so just having to face one at the very first level was a little. Yeah, yeah. Just like what Andrew's saying, yeah. This is a different style of game, though, so. Yeah, let's see here. If I remember correctly, not every act in this game has a boss. Most of them do, but not all of them do. Yeah, so the basic strategy for Metal Gear Ray is just attack its legs until it starts giving up, and then just slice away its armor, its leg guns. Yeah, I think you need to counter a certain one of Ray's attacks, and then it gives you the prompt. Yeah, during combat, every now and then in this game, you'll get, at least for the PSP version, you'll get a prompt to hit square and circle simultaneously. And that'll essentially let you do an insta-kill on the enemy that you're facing. You'll knock off its armor, and then you'll have the opportunity to enter blade mode. But yeah, this game's soundtrack definitely reeks of 90s action flick. In short, this game does try to take itself seriously every now and then, but sometimes it just goes over the top. Then again, the same could be said of the entire Metal Gear Solid series. Ah, that guitar riff. Okay, so you can also see you can see a TGT icon there. This game also allows you to lock onto enemies, making hitting them slightly easier, which I definitely appreciate. Having played games like Dark Souls, I mean, that also has a lock-on feature, so it's really nice to be able to just focus on one enemy as when you have a group level. But yeah, otherwise, this is really Ray's pattern. Just once you damage it enough, it just jumps to the other side of the field, and then you just have to chase it down. Yeah. Have either of you ever tried going for the S ranks in this game?
I've gotten a couple. Otherwise, it's mostly A's and B's. Because, like, to get an S, you almost have to take almost no damage, don't you?
Actually, I'm pretty sure no damage is a prerequisite for an S rank.
So,
in most cases.
yeah, I mean, after that, I'm like, okay, let's just try and get whatever.
There was that counter prompt. And, yeah, I'm sorry, this song. It's great, but there's so much cheese in it. Ah!
This is almost like suplexing a train.
Yes, it is. Establishing shot for the game. This is what you're doing. For pretty much all of the game. Not that we're complaining or anything, it's a good time.
Very good. But do not rest easy just yet, huh?
So yeah, I got hit quite a bit, and yeah, kind of a low rank there.
Alright.
Until next part.
Yep.